Welcome to a 1955 encounter between Isaac Lipnitsky and the legendary Mikhail Tal.
Tal was still young here, but the appetite for chaos is already evident in his choice of the King's Indian. It's a fighting opening by design.
Both players have opted for a fianchetto setup with their bishops.
It creates a very neutral start, but look at the purple squares in the center. That's where the first real conflict will ignite.
The pieces are out, and the center is becoming congested.
Lipnitsky is playing solidly, but Tal is looking for a way to provoke a weakness. He's not content with a quiet game.
Wait, is Tal really giving away the knight on d4?
He is. It's a knight sacrifice to clear the center, forcing white to commit the queen early and opening lines for his own pieces.
The white queen has ventured to h4, and Tal responds with qc8.
A curious retreat, but it's a trap. Tal is essentially inviting the attack to create his own counterplay.
And there it is, a bishop sacrifice on g4.
Classic Tal, he's not just playing chess. He's setting a fire in the white camp to shatter the pawn cover around the king.
The pieces are shifting, and the white queen is forced back to e3.
The tension is immense. White has the material, but Tal has the initiative and the psychological edge.
Lipnitsky finally accepts the gift and captures the bishop on g4.
He's trying to stabilize. If he can eliminate the attacking pieces, the material advantage should finally start to tell.
Hold on, is that a queen sacrifice on f3?
It is a daring simplification. He's trading the most powerful piece on the board for positional dominance in the resulting endgame.
Tal's rook has penetrated deep into white's territory on a2.
Activity is everything in these endings. A rook on the 7th rank is often worth more than a pawn or two in raw value.
Tal pushes the a-pawn to a5.
The heat map is shifting now. The blue control is receding, and white is starting to paint the board red.
Another shock, is he really sacrificing the rook on d8?
He is. Tal is obsessed with activity. He'd rather have a vacuum in the center than a passive piece.
Black plays f6 to blunt the bishop's diagonal.
It's a necessary concession. He's creating a wall to stop the white pieces from infiltrating the kingside further.
He's doing it again. Tal sacrifices his remaining rook on b3.
The man is a menace. He's betting everything on the fact that the resulting bishop endgame is a theoretical draw.
The kings begin to move toward the center of the board.
The endgame has become a grind. It's now a question of who can maintain the blockade most effectively.
The bishops are dancing around the board, with Tal retreating to b8.
He's playing a waiting game. He knows that as long as he controls the key entry squares, white simply cannot make progress.
The kings approach each other in the center.
Well, that's one way to spend an afternoon. Both players are essentially admitting that neither can break through.
The b-pawn promotes to a queen, but it's immediately captured.
A final flare of activity, but it's ultimately a formality. The position is completely locked.
The pieces make a few final maneuvers on the king side. The game ends in a draw.
A fascinating exhibition of Tal's early style, aggressive and imaginative in the middle, yet precise enough to hold the draw in the end.